Hello, people. I did finish Justinian's Flea. William Rosen. It's not a great book. I did finish it. I actually read the thing pretty quickly. Sections of it were kind of enjoyable. If you've never read anything about the Eastern Roman Empire, or anything about the years of collapse of the Western Roman Empire, then this book is fine for you. It's amazing how little time Mr. Rosen actually spends talking about the plague. He does, for 50, 60 pages. I learned a hell of a lot about the anatomy of fleas. Rosen goes into great detail on literally everything. I do have some notes here. End of the second paragraph. Oh, that's just these people in Constantinople do the dumbest fucking shit. Hi, honey.
Cocktail, sweetie.
I did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are these things called?
They are ice cream brandy Alexander.
Oh my goodness, they are so good.
Cheers.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I love you.
I love you too. Yeah, the people in Constantinople do the stupidest shit. Get out of here. And they just, they spend a lot of time arguing about the divine nature of Jesus. In the Acts and the Oath, that they're debating whether angels have genitals. And this is while the walls are being battered down. That's what they're doing. The Aryan thing again. If you're an atheist, that's some really silly ass shit. Yeah. The Council of Nicaea. Just, in a plague book. A lot of analogies in here. He's using an analogy to describe the Visigoths. I don't know, some kind of battle he's talking about here. He says it's just like Custer's defeat. No, it's not. He's talking about the Aryans again, and he says intellectual coherence versus emotional resonance, and Trump is definitely the emotional resonance. Oh, I went a long ways without any notes there. Okay, these are some of the refreshers that I got in this book. Refreshers on architecture, a history of lawgivers, homosexuality, public torture, mutilation, mandatory execution, plenty of quotes by Gibbons, refresher on the Nika riots. Hey, I'm at page 162. This is a 324-page book, and we finally get a little bit of info about the plague. It got a little bit better after that. Quotes from Stephen Jay Gould, one of my favorite authors. They don't really, I want dead bodies in the street. I want burning, I want bodies burning and smoke blotting out the sun. And you don't really get that in this book. But they do talk about removing the tops of towers and dumping bodies in there and filling the towers with dead bodies, dead plague victims. Oh, he contradicts himself a couple times in this book. Talks about the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, where a Roman and a Visigoth army defeated the Huns. He already talked about it 150 pages ago. And now this time he doesn't say Visigoth, he says it's a Frankish army. And there is a difference. Just more and more recaps of early European history. And then we go back to the plague a little bit. What was that one? Oh, yeah, he's talking about exports from Northern Europe. And he fails to mention amber. Amber is one of the biggest deals. I'm not saying ambergris now, I'm saying amber. And he contradicts himself about the myth of King Arthur. Earlier in the book, he's talking about King Arthur like it's a real thing. And this is at the very end. And he sums up his book by saying that the plague is what shaped Europe, shaped the borders, the nations, and everything. I did not know he was getting to that, and to me it doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know if I'd really recommend this book. There's got to be a good plague book. I've read, I think this is my third plague book, and one of them literally talked about how the plague inherited, how it changed laws regarding inheritance. It really sucked. But that's it. I've already started on another book. Thank you.